All right, the Dumfries Town Council meeting of Tuesday, September the 7th is now hereby called to order at 7 p.m. Can I have the roll call, please?
Present.
Present. Present.
Vice Mayor Nicholson? Here. Mayor Wood?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. We're going to now have a moment of our silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Amen. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, please be seated. Next on our agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Council, any changes, amendments to the agenda? Seeing none. Town manager? No, sir. Okay. Welcome, motion.
Move we adopt the agenda.
Okay. Moved by Councilwoman Miles.
Second.
Second by Councilman Brown. All right, seeing no further discussion, we'll call for the vote. Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilwoman Miles?
Aye.
Councilman Brown? I'm sorry, I already called Councilman Brown. Councilman Fields?
No.
Councilwoman Neville?
Aye.
All right, and that's it. Vice Mayor?
Yes.
That's a yes from me. Take that motion to 6-0. All right, next on the agenda is the approval of the Dumfries Town Council meeting minutes from August 4th, 2021. Council, any adjustments or anything to the minutes?
I move we approve the minutes from August.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilwoman Miles,
Second.
second by the Vice Mayor. All right, seeing no discussion, I'll call for the question. Councilman Fields? Yes. Councilwoman Neville?
Aye.
Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilwoman Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor?
Yes.
And that's a yes for me. That motion carries 6-0. All right, next on the agenda is our citizen comment period. Now, Clerk, is there anyone signed up to speak?
Yes, Mayor. Our first speaker will be Chris Nohe. Please forgive me if I mispronounced. She's speaking on the casino.
Okay,
Good evening. I'm Chris Noe. I'm here tonight to ask you to please vote against the casino in 2 weeks. There are so many issues that come along with this casino: increased traffic, increased crime, sex trafficking, the list goes on. But that's not what I'm asking. That's not why I'm asking you to vote no. I am asking because the applicant already has a record of lying to the citizens. In 2019, they spent almost $200,000 lobbying for the gaming machine referendum. And one of their chief arguments was that they were only planning to open a small 150 machine facility. As soon as that was passed, they immediately started lobbying the state to give them more. You see, that's what casinos do. They offer you one thing, and then you have to spin the wheel again and again until they bleed you dry. They even have a phrase for it: playing to extinction. This casino will fundamentally change the character of our community. Dumfries is the oldest continuously chartered town in the state of Virginia. You are the home to several historic landmarks like the Weems Bott Museum, Batestown Road, Williams Ordinary, and the restored slave cemetery. But if you approve this casino, none of that will matter. Dumfries will just be the casino town. Colonial Downs will tell you that their casino will change the town for the better. But we can't believe them because they have already lied to us. They are a big, powerful company with deep pockets. They think you won't remember. They think they can dazzle you with money and promises. But remember, when the priests and the Pharisees went to Judas, They didn't promise him salvation. They promised him money. Please don't betray the character and history of our community for 30 pieces of silver. Thank you.
Town Clerk.
The next speaker is Martin Noe, also speaking on the casino.
Mayor Woods, members of the council, my name is Martin Noe. I live at 14760 Cogan Drive in Prince William County. I want to thank you for giving me a chance to speak tonight. I'm here to say, and I know many of you, I apologize to one councilman, Councilman Brown, I haven't had a chance to meet yet, but I've known many of you for a very long time, consider many of you to be very close friends. And even though we may disagree on some issues, as I've discussed with as many as you can, that friendship doesn't change, and that respect that I have for you as elected officials doesn't change. For those who don't know, I served as an elected official in Prince William County for 18 years until about 2 years ago. And during that time, I dealt with a number of very high profile, very controversial land use decisions, like the one that you're in the midst of taking up right now. One of the very first things I had to deal with as supervisor was a situation in which a developer had made promises to the Board of Supervisors prior to my time on the board and violated those promises. He let people down. He didn't. It was a development called Saratoga Hunt. It was actually not far from my own home. I was blessed to have an extraordinarily talented county attorney working for the county at the time who helped us deal with the legal issues that came with that. And the lesson I learned from all the violations, all the broken promises that were associated with that development is, once a local government makes a decision, it is very difficult to reverse that decision when it comes to land use, even if someone breaks their promises. When I look at the application for the Rose Casino that you're going to be considering in 2 weeks, what I see are a long list of promises, but nothing in the application that talks about how those promises are going to be enforced. It does say that they can build a casino. It says that they will build a park, but it doesn't talk about what happens when you as a council discover that they don't build the park that you were expecting. It says they're going to build restaurants, but it doesn't talk about what kind of restaurants and doesn't provide any enforcement mechanism if those promises aren't kept. And perhaps most importantly, there's a promise of a hotel and conference center, which is extraordinarily appealing. I'd love to have a high quality hotel and conference center in this county, but there's nothing in this application that actually requires that the applicant build that hotel and conference center. And I would ask that you not take action on this, not approve this until you have hard guarantees that all of these promises that are being made are actually promises that you as a council can enforce. And I know that you have talented staff who can help you make sure that that's the case. I suspect what you're going to find is that Colonial Downs LLC is not willing to make the kind of commitments that you as an elected body deserve to receive from someone who is asking so much from this community. Thank you.
Thank you. Town Clerk.
Ebony Lofton, speaking on the casino.
Good evening, council. Good evening, everyone. I decided to bring this sign. It is a sign that's currently in my yard, and it's simple and plain: vote no, casino. I think that the noise before me said it very well, but I actually want to pose a very different question to this council, because it's not just about money. I think any municipality, any government who's faced with an opportunity to create jobs and increase the economy and to their constituents, who wouldn't jump at that? But the question I have for each of you is, why are you here? When you decided to run for office, when you knocked on doors to ask for votes, when you were out in the trenches trying to get where you are, why were you here? Because this casino is going to be bad for the community. We don't have a director of planning. We don't have the 24-hour police department. And thank goodness, I'm very proud that Chief Gallion is here, but he just got here and he's the 5th or 6th chief of police in how long? I think that Dumfries has a collective house cleaning job to do. The traffic in the community, and not only the traffic, which won't be mitigated at least until 2024 with the Route 1 widening project. What about the environment? I don't mind saying that most of the time people that look like me don't talk about the environment, but the environment is very important. I have a 2-year-old grandson who I want to be here and perhaps leave my house to him, but will I be able to do that with a casino and nothing else provided. We don't have activities for the children. We don't have a senior center. We don't even have the weeds and grass and the curbs, not 200 feet from here, cut on a regular basis. We've got murals being painted downtown with the military insignia that, as far as I know, is not even allowed, but nobody says anything. This is not the right thing for our town. I really, again, believe that we've got a collective house cleaning to do first. And I
10
hope you vote no. Thank you.
Mayor, next is Ms. Sean Wallace, Nose of Dumfries Lighting.
Good evening. My name is Sean Wallace. I live at 18028 Tebbs Lane. I'm also a business owner here in Dumfries. I'm here to talk tonight about the capital improvement lighting plan that's been under discussion at the Knolls of Dumfries. I can tell you that most of the people in the community are completely unaware of this project. I know that you've been discussing it here at the council, but there hasn't been any communication by email or newsletter that any of my neighbors are aware of regarding the project. My family just recently became aware of it because we got a letter from you guys saying, hey, we're going to take a piece of your property so that we can put a light right in front of your house. I would urge the council to pause this project and obtain meaningful feedback from the community. It looks to me like this project was planned and developed in complete isolation. To add insult to injury, the town hosted what was supposed to be a feedback forum via Zoom a couple months ago. Of course, every attendee's microphone was muted, so there wasn't any feedback. It was just a proclamation from the council about how things are going to be. In fact, my wife tried to join and she was booted out twice. She had to run over to our neighbor's house to join the meeting. So, and again, the entire community was not invited, only those people who are having a piece of land taken from them. So I'd strongly urge the council to pause this project, at the very least, to gain meaningful feedback from the community that you claim to serve. The only one that I know of that's actually aware of the project in our community is Mayor Wood. He lives in our community. So that's, I'd urge you to pause and at least get meaningful feedback on whether or not the project is a good idea and also where the specific lights should be located. I'm not sure who chose the locations. I don't think the people who chose the locations actually live in the community. So that's, I'd urge you to reconsider that. Do I have time to speak on the casino as well?
Your time just expired.
Okay.
Town Clerk,
Mayor, no one else has signed to speak.
was there anyone who came in and didn't get the opportunity to sign up to speak? Just wanted to make sure. All right, next on the agenda is the council comments. Mayor Gomes, Councilman Brown,
None at this time.
Councilwoman Miles.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I would like to thank everyone for speaking and voicing your opinions on what our upcoming land use decision will be. Your feedback is definitely welcome always. Just want to remind everybody, if you have a chance, please get vaccinated and please mask up. The Delta variant is very dangerous, and it's, I was watching a Board of County Supervisors meeting earlier today, and so far 24 residents of Prince William County have passed away from the Delta variant. So please take the measures to protect yourself. Thank you.
Councilwoman Neville.
Thank you, Mayor. I too would like to thank those who've been expressing their thoughts and concerns. I'm very passionate about traffic issues and environmental issues, and those who speak on either side of the argument. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for taking the time to let us know your thoughts and give us something more to think about. So I truly appreciate that. As an educator, I too would like to, we're pivoting. It's really more about all this. Then we get to the curriculum. It is one of those group projects that we all loathe, but we all have to do our part. We all are in this together. It doesn't matter who it is you're working with. The only way we're going to get this A is if we all do what we can and be responsible together. So please take precautions. please do your research, talk to your doctor, get real information on the vaccinations. And even with that, please remember it's not a cure. You still have to take precautions. Wear your mask, double up, space out, do what you can, quarantine, just be responsible. It's the only way we're going to beat this thing. So with that, make sure your children are reading and make sure they catch you reading so they can model that behavior. I hope everyone's having a good school year. Thank you, Mayor. I'm done.
Councilman Fields?
Good evening, everyone. And as we're winding down the summer, I hope everyone had a great summer. And after Labor Day, you know, fall is coming, kids are back to school. Continue to be safe, mask up, vaccine up, and all those good things. Just be careful out there. School buses are going around now, and traffic concerns related to the school buses. Please adhere to those. Thank the ones that have come out to speak. Although a couple of weeks early before our public forum, I'll just say this. 2 of the 3 people that spoke today do not live in the town of Dumfries. Live about 6.7 miles away from Dumfries. So this is a unique town, like 4 other towns in our county that have independent councils. So keep that in mind, sir. Thank you.
Vice Mayor?
Mayor, I too want to thank everyone for their engagement. Regardless of what side you are on the decisions that we make, it is important that we hear from you, and we do appreciate your engagement. That is very important in order for our community to be collaborative. I also want to second the opinions given by Councilwoman Neville with regard to the vaccine. It is important. It is something that we all have to participate in as far as the safety of those around us. So if you have not yet gotten your vaccine, for whatever your personal reasons are, I encourage you to do your research, to make an informed decision and understand the difference between the benefits and the risk. And know that in this case, the benefits outweigh the risk. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank everybody for participating. We always encourage participation in our government. We have a open government. We on video. Our chambers are open. We're doing meetings and sessions. So thank y'all for taking time out. Everybody's opinion is heard. And so we hear you. We hear your concerns. We all have our various reasons, as Ms. Lawson said, why we chose to run and be a part of the town government. Thank you for voicing your concerns about the lighting. And as far as the school system is going and the kids being back to school, there is a bus driver shortage. So if you know people who are available to drive buses, we need people to apply for buses. Some kids are having to wait in school for the buses to go and make a load and then come back again in Prince William County. So there's a huge shortage for buses. So we need bus drivers, and just wanted to put that word out. And we look forward to seeing everybody out here staying safe and continue to pass that word. My message always, as far as health, is everybody make their own educated decision. I'm not telling you what to do, but we are a healthy eating, active living community. Go on the offense, take care of yourself, do the things to heal yourself and be responsible for you and your household. That's all I got. All right, next on our agenda, we have 2 closed session items. One pursuant to Virginia Code 2.3-3711 Alpha 1, a matter of consideration for prospective candidates for appointment to Planning Commission and Architectural Review Board. And the second one is pursuant to Virginia Code 2.2-3711 Alpha 7, one matter of consultation with legal counsel and briefings by staff members pertaining to actual litigation, where such consideration or briefing in open meeting would adversely affect our negotiating or litigating posture of the town public body. Town Square at Dumfries versus Town of Dumfries. All right, so I'll do that by motion.
Second.
Okay. It's been moved in second. Seeing no discussion, I'll call for the question. Councilman Fields? Councilwoman Neville?
Aye.
Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilwoman Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor?
Yes.
And that's a yes for me. We'll move to closed session immediately. All right. Who took my- Town Attorney, may I ask you this, to read what we need to say coming out of close? Okay. So moved.
Second.
All right. Oops, so now why did that read when that happened? All right, so it's been a motion and second that we only discuss matters that we identified going into closed session. Seeing no discussion on that motion. Councilman Brown,
Aye.
Councilwoman Miles.
Aye.
Councilwoman Neville,
Aye.
Councilman Fields. Vice Mayor,
Yes.
and that's a yes for me. All right. Are there any motions coming out of closed session? A town manager, you want to read that motion for me?
Yes, the motion, Timothy Jazz to the Architectural Review Board, and second to appoint Mr. Robert Morgan to the planning.
Okay. So there's a motion. We're going to move to reappoint Timothy Jabs to the Architectural Review Board and appoint Robert Boker to the Planning Commission.
Second.
Okay, second by Councilman Fields. All right, any discussion on the motion? All right, seeing none. Councilman Fields? Councilwoman Neville?
Aye.
Councilman Brown?
Aye.
Councilwoman Miles?
Aye.
Vice Mayor?
Yes.
And that's a yes for me. All right, that motion carries 6-0.